Hmm. Right. Let's get this shit set up, man. Let's get this shit set up. Come on. Bro, why did they ever change this shit, man? They had it so easy with BT Sport. I don't want to watch rugby, mate. Where's the fights? Do you like rugby? Where the fuck is MMA, bro? What the fuck? Sports. Cricket, all sports. Brother, what the fuck is happening? Mixed martial arts. Here we go. Ankalaev versus Walker. Today at 10? Am I early? I thought the card started at 9. I thought the card started at 9. It says it starts at 10. Is that right? Is it because of the Manel Cap fight? Bro, am I an hour early on stream? Yeah, it starts in 37 minutes. I'm a whole fucking hour early, bro. Damn. That's my fault. Okay. Well, I guess there's no fights for 37 minutes, so just hang out, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was 10, but evidently not. Oh man. Fuck. They cut a whole hour. Is that right? That's kind of fucking crazy if that's what they did, bro. Just because of one fight getting cancelled. I don't know what's going on. Right, I could take these off for now then. Damn. A whole ass hour early, bro. Or 37 minutes early. I was panicking, bro. I was trying to run up the stairs as quick as possible. I thought I'd be missing fights, but no cap. Yes, Harry, how are you, bro? Yo, what's up, bro? Nice to see you again, man. I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. Life's been just kind of mad, to be honest, but we're back on it. It's fight season again. I know I've been slacking big time with the YouTube videos, so apologies for that. But there's plenty other MMA YouTubers to keep you busy while I'm doing whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Big slacker, yeah, big slacker, bro. I haven't made a video in like a few weeks, but it was just uni, man. Like, uni stressful, bro. So, in between uni, going to the gym, I started a new Elden Ring playthrough, which basically is the main reason I haven't been fucking doing anything because I've just been grinding Elden Ring. Started reading Berserk for the first time. So yeah, I've been painting my fucking house. I've just been doing everything but making videos, but I need to get back on it. You know, the thing is, right? I don't want to become like an MMA news channel. You know what I mean? So like I have over 600 hours in Elden Ring. Yeah, I don't have nearly that much, brother. I have probably a few hundred though. Probably a few hundred. Or a couple of hundred, I would say. I don't know. I would have to check because I play it on console. So also my camera is not focused. Let me try and get it to focus real quick. There we go. But out of curiosity, bro, what build are you running most of the time? Like what's the main build? Because I'm super simple, bro. I'm super basic. I just run Colossal Knight, basically, you know what I mean? Just strength builds. Not really a big magic guy. My main character is a dex strength. Yeah, no, solid choice. That was my first ever playthrough on Elden Ring was blood build. You know what I mean? Dex build. So Bloodhound Fang and all that shit. But trying to do it with no summons this time at all. So just raw dogging every boss. And I've been running the Bloodhound's Fang and Dismount. Yeah. I've just been running the Great Sword, bro. This one, the one that you find. I think you find it in Kaled. Can't remember where you find it. But the Guts one, the one from Berserk. So just been running that strength build. You know what I'm saying? Just been playing hella Elden Ring when I should be doing much more productive things. Also, since I last streamed, I got this for Christmas. You can't really tell what it is, but it's an energy sword from Halo, and it's red. It's laid down on its side, so you can't really tell. But just so you know, I'm not chatting shit. Little certification from 343, which is pretty cool. That's basically just saying like this is an official Halo product. It's not like a bootleg fucking thing, which is pretty sick. You know what I mean? That they give you that. So yeah, slowly add in some cool shit to the background. But you can't really fucking like these are all like mostly UFC fighters. You got like BJ Penn, Chris Weidman, but the lighting's fucked, so you can't see any of them. You know what I mean? But I want to keep the ambience in this room. I don't want a big bright setup. You know what I mean? I want it like this. Come on, G, I like it. Thank you, bro. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's a nice contrast with the purple, and it also means that I can have my lights red, and it probably won't look too weird. Let me try that out. Looks a little bit weird. Looks a little bit weird, but it's not too bad. Where's the purple? Is that blue? Purple? Yeah, there we go. I like your style. I appreciate that, bro. This bedroom's got a woman's touch to it. You know what I mean? My fucking missus kind of helped me out with because I had my desk on this side, like the early videos where I was making them with my laptop camera. I had my desk like somewhere else, and then she actually bought me this bookshelf and was like, "I bought you a bookshelf so you can put some shit in the background." So shout out to my girlfriend, man. But yeah, I thought the fights are on, to be honest, boys. I won't lie. I checked Google when I was leaving work at about 8:10, and it said that the undercard started at 9. So I was panicking. I rushed home, rolled a joint, grabbed a water, set the stream up, opened UFC, and they don't start until 10. So I'm just going to have to chat shit until 10 because there's no point in me going away and coming back, is there? So but yeah, no, I've missed you lot, man. I've missed I've missed the fights, I'm sure everyone has. It's always rough at the end of the year when we have to go a few weeks, sorry, with no fights. I've been watching I watched the Karate Combat card at the end of the year where Pettis and Bendo. There's been some pretty decent fights on. Obviously, we had the boxing card, the Saudi boxing, with AJ and all of that, all of that on. So it's not been too bad, and now we've got a few decent cards coming up. We've got O'Malley, got Strickland, Duplessis this month, so we're back in business. And like I said, as far as tier list stuff like that, I've never wanted to overdo the tier lists. But at the same time, I also don't want to be making a video like fucking, John Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. Like they've all been made so much, you know what I mean? I kind of want to make more shit about older fighters, but I'm gonna have to change the lighting to a bit more of a white light because I forgot that this light makes my skin look fucking yellow. Just been on a rewatch of Naruto. That's been my Saturdays. Yeah, I've never seen Naruto, bro, to be honest. No, let me see if I can get this looking a bit more normal. That works, I guess. It's a little bit bright. Probably this one, right? Yeah, probably this one. Yeah, I've never seen Naruto. Always wanted to get round to it, but ultimately think I might be a bit too old now to enjoy it as much. Like I'm sure that you probably first watched it when you was younger, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with like Dragon Ball. Um, I really enjoyed Dragon Ball when I was younger, but I would rather watch like other shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna smash Yaya Rodriguez, mark my words. Why you got beef with Yaya Rodriguez, bro? Such an unremarkable fighter to have fucking beef with. Yeah, that's true. Not gonna lie, I first watched it like 10 years ago. Yeah, exactly, man. You know, I'm not throwing Pokemon in the same realm as Naruto and Dragon Ball, but those kind of animes, like the kind of like more cartoon animes. No, I mean in the lovey way. I love Yaya a lot. Wait, the lovey way. I can't. I don't think the word smash um screams love, bro. You gonna make love to Yaya Rodriguez? You little fruity little bastard. Michael Morales, welterweight champ 2025. Fun story about Michael Morales. I write for MMA UK, which is like a MMA journalism company, and I had to interview this one fighter who was fighting in a promotion in America, and he lost to Michael Morales on the regional scene, which I thought was pretty cool. You know what I mean? I was interviewing somebody that was essentially right outside the UFC, fought Michael, and then the fight after that Michael won was the Contender Series fight. So, yeah, shout out Michael Morales. And I don't agree, but yeah, the welterweight division's looking good, man. It's looking good. Well, it's looking good in the mid range. You know what I mean? At the top, it's kind of like getting stale, but it's not no one's fault. You know, Leon, you can't give Usman the fight again. Colby's had his chance. Bilal's next, I guess, and then you've got people like Jack Della who could lose against Burns. I'm backing him. He's welterweight Pereira, same reach too. Same reach as Pereira. That's kind of mad. I didn't know that. I don't blame you for backing him though, bro. Cool fighter. A bunch of cool fighters now, especially in welterweight. Middleweight too. You know, middleweight you got Joe Pyfer, Kopylov, Aliskerov. You know, bunch of sick fighters coming up. Which kind of annoys me when people say there's no prospects at the minute. Like there's a bunch, bro. Like people are too quick to deem somebody not a prospect. You know what I mean? Like, well, this guy's not a prospect. He's 30, or this guy's not a prospect. He's had 3 fights in the UFC. Like, when I say prospect, I mean outside of the rankings, but will most likely climb the rankings. You know what I mean? That's like a prospect to me. Like the prospect of him making it into title contention. You know what I mean? Joe Pyfer's a dog. He is. So is Bo Nickel. Like I said, Kopylov, Aliskerov. Who else is in middleweight? There's a bunch of guys. There's a bunch of guys in middleweight, man. I'm excited about middleweight. I'm excited about middleweight and welterweight, to be honest. They're both looking solid. I just want light heavyweight to catch up now. But you know, the light heavyweight division's kind of like a meme at this point. I mean, you got Alex. I mean, I don't want to upset the Alex Pereira fans, but I think that, excuse me, I think that Alex Pereira being like heavyweight champ is kind of just like a meme. You know what I mean? Like the light heavyweight division is just so like unserious these days. Python could become champ there in 2-3 years. Lightweight is stacked, but the future is going to be mid. Yeah, lightweight was a weird one because it seemed more stacked than it actually ended up being. Or no, it is stacked, but a lot of the guys in lightweight that people was hailing as like future champs, they all lost. You know what I mean? Ismagulov, Dawson, Fiziev, who else? Demir Ismagulov. What was that other guy's name as well that fought Grant Dawson? Fuck, I can't remember his name. But yeah, Gamrot as well lost to Benil. If Benoit Saint Denis loses to Poirier, that's another one that people hailing man as a fucking champion and that, and then loses. But obviously, we can't say that as an argument for lightweight not being stacked because that means lightweight is stacked. You know what I mean? Like the fact that these young guys are getting not fraud checked, but are fighting these older guys and losing means that the division is as stacked as we thought it was. You know what I mean? Benoit Saint Denis is good, bro. If he beats Dustin, he's going to be special. I want to see Benoit Saint Denis versus Fiziev. Not going to lie. Yeah. Yeah, Benoit reminds me of a Gaethje Poirier type guy. You know what I mean? You could probably throw him in this loop with like Chandler, Gaethje, Poirier. You know what I mean? And he could probably have some good fights with all of those guys. So I'm rooting for Benoit. I did think Frivola was going to catch him. I was big on Matt Frivola, to be honest. But hey, he proved me wrong. What can I say? Shout out Benoit Saint Denis. I'd like to see Benoit Saint Denis and Chandler, to be honest. If Chandler loses to McGregor and Benoit Saint Denis loses to Poirier, I would say do Benoit Saint Denis and Chandler. I think that'd be a pretty cool fight. And I have grabbed the only lighter in the fucking house that doesn't work. Come on, you cunts, man. Man's volume's up. Are the fights on, bro? Am I missing something? No, 22 minutes. Are the fight, bro, am I bugging or are the fights on? Because the early because there's no early prelim, right? No, yeah, the fights must be on, bro. The fights must be on. The fights must be on. What am I missing? Is it gonna have to be a Stream East one? Is it early prelims? I thought early prelims weren't on today. Let me check this shit. Have I been sat here like a fucking lemon missing fights? UFC Fight Night Vegas. I'm confused, bro. Either way, we're on it. We're on it. Fuck it. Right, let me get this shit sorted, man. So I think I'm slacking. Slacking on videos and I'm slacking on the streams, bro. Yeah, man, the fights are on. What the fuck is going on, bro? My whole shit is wrong. Fucking just missed the van fight for real. That's fucking annoying, bro. Apologies, boys. Missed the first fight. Missed the first fight. Okay, so Josh wins. My bad. My bad. Just sat here while the fights are going on. I had no idea. My phone said 9 o'clock. Apologies, but we're on. We're here. 10-1. 10-1's not a bad record. Definitely, I know a lot of people are saying this anyway, but definitely future top ranked fighter in this division. Apparently got cracked in the first round. I'm such a fucking retard, bro. Why was I sat here like this? Idiot. My fault. Next week. Thought you got cracked. Probably not the best, idea there, mate. I can't believe I missed the van fight. If I wasn't in this fucking Discord server, I would have been sat here till 10. Literally, I would have been sat here for the next 20 minutes doing nothing. So the early prelims is what? 2 fights? What the fuck? That's so weird. But they are getting weirder with this shit, with how they show it in the UK anyway, so okay, yeah, next fight, to be honest. Yeah, no, that was strange. That was strange. Backtalman versus Poirier and Gaethje versus Oliveira. Almond versus Poirier. Dana is Hall of Fame for not doing it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Dana's been doing some fucking weird shit, to be honest. Dana's been doing some weird shit, like, the announcement and him delaying the announcement kinda looks like he had 2 title fights, but one of them fell through. So I wonder who that fight was that fell through. That's what I mean, the MMA world, bro, moves so fast. I don't like, Benoit Saint Denis versus Poirier, 12 versus 3 is dumb. I think Benoit Saint Denis versus Chandler so he can fight Conor before or whoever. Yeah, I agree. But, you know, it gets people off Poirier's back, um, because he said a few times he wants big fights, he doesn't just wanna fight an up and comer, he doesn't wanna fight down the rankings, stuff like that, but a lot of people were like, "Well, you have to," you know what I mean? Because you're a high rank like, you have to. Um So this, at least he's doing that, and they're right. They do have to. That you do have to fight down. If you're at the top of the rankings and you get a title shot and you lose, the only next thing is to fight down. I like the top 15 against top 5 in certain divisions. Great, it's movement. I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, and sometimes, and it also like a good example was Strickland and Magomedov or Imavov. Which one did he finish? I can't remember. Um, but people were like, "Why the fuck are people?" Look at the UFC trying to feed Strickland to a new Russian grappler or whatever, right? And Strickland obviously comes out on top of both of those fights and kind of proves, kind of shows that he belongs in the top. You know what I mean? Same with like Benil Dariush when he beat Gamrot. I feel like it showed a lot of people like, "Hey, um, I can fucking, I'm here. I'm top 5. Like, I'm not an old man. I'm not just gonna get swept up by these new guys," which a lot of people thought was happening in lightweight, especially. Some of the odds, I will say, on these fights are a bit weird. A lot of massive favourites tonight. A lot of basically gifted wins. If you're trying to bet and make money, Walker is a good pick. But other than that, maybe like Arlovski, I'm not sure. I'm not really a betting man, to be honest, but I will be rooting for Andrei Arlovski, of course, and pray pray that he wins, but not expecting it in the fucking slightest, to be honest. But shout out Andrei Arlovski, man, one of my favorite heavyweights, one of the coolest looking fighters. When he had the long hair, he had like the mullet with the fangs come forward. And fire. Poirier's 2 fights away from a title shot. Um, I'd say 1 fight away from a fucking title shot. Like deservingly 2 fights, but they will probably just give him one if he beats Benoit Saint Denis. Um, and Islam beats. So here's what I think they'll do. Wait, to be honest, they'll probably give it to Charles and they'll give it to Charles and Armin before they give it to Justin. So ultimately, I think, yeah, you're probably right. Unless he waits. I think if he beats Benoit Saint Denis and then waits for Islam to fight Gaethje, or waits for Islam to fight Charles or Armin, if he just waits, they'll probably give him a title shot. And then if he loses that, what does he do? You know what I mean? I think he should go up to welterweight, to be honest. You know, I swear there's a new woman um, who works for the UFC every single week. Like, you know, the person that does this little bit where they're like backstage when the fighters are walking out. You know, if it's not Megan, it seems to just be like a random. They just pick somebody on the fucking night or some shit. Oh, need to change that. Let's go. Tom Nolan, 6'1", right? 6'2", tall guy for the division. Fuck. Anyway, let me get switched on. Let me get switched. Fucking freezing in my room, my studio. I should say. This guy's what, Kiwi or Australian? The thing is about Poirier as well is, and he's one of my favorite fighters of all time. So I'm not shit talking Poirier. The thing is about Poirier is you can't really rely on him to beat these grapplers, and that's not good. You know what I mean? Like, at least with Charles, it's like you can entertain the conversation of Charles and Islam, but like you can't really entertain the conversation between Dustin and Islam. Like you can, and you can have those conversations, but um, it's hard to get behind. Like I don't know if I want Dustin to have a title shot. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but if he's just going to get choked out by Islam and have people say, you know, he's never gonna, you know, he wasn't champion material, like, because people do like saying that about Poirier, Gaethje, these guys. They like saying, you know, they're good, not good enough to win the belt. And if it's just going to be one of those situations, Gaethje's a bit different because he's just head kick KO'd Poirier, and I think that's one of the best wins that you can get in the division. Basically, you know, a KO of a Poirier. I mean, maybe a KO or even a KO over Charles Oliveira isn't as impressive as a KO over Dustin Poirier, you know what I mean? Even though that Charles is the higher ranked, higher accomplished, higher rated fighter, I feel like KOing Dustin Poirier, it's like if somebody came in and KO'd Gaethje. Can you imagine if, uh, fucking Benoit Saint Denis fought Gaethje and knocked him out cold? Also, Gaethje shutting down Fiziev. Yep, no, yeah, Gaethje, yeah, exactly, yeah, no, no, you're right. He's, and that's what I mean. This is one of those wins for Poirier. Poirier doesn't really have one of those wins on his, you know, he fought Chandler, he fought Hooker, he's fought a lot of good guys, but he doesn't have like the young hungry win on his record like Gaethje is. So get that box ticked, and then we can move on to the title shot, I guess. But I'm rooting for Dustin. I like Ben Denis, but it would absolutely break my heart if he just came in because he was calling. I mean, it shows in the sport, right? If you call, let's say you're ranked 11 and you call for the fucking number one contender fight, people are going to be like, "Look at this fucking guy. He thinks he thinks he deserves a top ranked guy, right?" If you don't ask, you don't get it. Benoit Saint Denis said, "Give me Gaethje or Poirier." Everybody laughed at him and said, "Bro, you ain't getting Gaethje or Poirier. You can have fucking Fiziev or you know what I mean." And then he gets Poirier. So you know, actually don't get in the sport. Forgive me, I drank whole fucking like 2 liters of water before I came on stream, and it's just fucking me up. I really hated Poirier with challenges like more than Gaethje and other contenders we saw with Olive and from Magomedov. He was the hardest defensive by far. Yeah, definitely Charles's hardest defense. Definitely Habib's hardest defense as well. I mean, if you take if you take the guillotine attempt out of that Poirier-Habib fight, it wasn't very close, you know what I mean? I feel like I would disagree with you, and I would say Gaethje would although Gaethje gives up his back easier, and is a little easier to submit, I would say, isn't as sound in grappling as Poirier, as far as jiu-jitsu goes and staying safe and stuff like that, but, I would say Gaethje's more of like a buzzsaw, and I feel like that's kinda what you need to be to have a chance against Islam and stuff like that. Where you can't just remove the guillotine choke from history. McGregor wasn't doing shit on the ground if he knocked him down. Also fiction, white lad. Is it is it fixed? Honestly, I don't know what happens, when my mic does that. There's nothing that I'm doing. I might need to literally get a whole ass new mic. But no, of course, no, it muffles every 2 seconds. Fuck, for real? That's